Alright, we don't really have much time to lay around and relax. Let's go ahead and continue on.
Captain, but it appears, I don't know, the one way I have to go is blocked by a enormous plant.
I'll see if there's anything I can relay on my end once I get this done.
You know, honestly, why don't I hop in those carts and just ride on over to you?
May not be designed for...
It is a small tunnel. I'm a tall guy.
Have you ever heard of Maester Ambrosius?
I think you're more well-read than I. Do tell.
I was actually asking because seems to have quite a lot in his what I guess would be his chambers.
That's interesting.
There's a couple pictures with storks with what look like fungus crowns. One has a beak on one side, another has a beak on both sides. They've all got snail shells.
That's odd. Alright, I'm gonna have a look around my place. I'm gonna see if there's anything at all I can do to get this plant out of the way. Oh, I grabbed a thing, and now my door is open. I'm gonna head back.
What did you grab?
Give me a moment. Let me take a look at it. Okay, it appears to be a piece of this soulstone that the other survivor was telling me about. Now if I'm not mistaken, he told me to go to the High Alchemist quarters, so I'm gonna make my way over there. Let's see, I think this might be it.
Hey, over here! We are nearing the end, my friend. I'm certain the final piece and the way to create the soulstone itself are hidden somewhere in this very chamber. Now hurry, find it, go! We are so close, so close! That old goat. Always so worried someone would touch his possessions.
Okay, Captain, I had a chance to talk to this survivor. Oh, Captain.
Lieutenant?
I was just asking, or telling rather, I had a chance to talk with the survivor. He wants me to find another piece of this soulstone. He says it's in this chamber that I'm in.
I'd be careful with it. I had another memory that's not mine. They say that there was a fool who risked it all and stole something valuable from what seems to have been some kind of abbot or the queen. It seems they were in talks about something.
Okay, okay, whatever you're doing, it's making a noise.
Same on my end. Just another part of that memory. Whatever he did, he risked it for eternal life.
That's odd. Another thing I should mention, this friend of mine, the survivor, he always appears to be behind a wall. I've never been able to... I don't know, there's always something separating him and I. Anyways, I have a book. Would you like me to tell you about it?
That would be, I think, good place to start.
Okay, so it has some arrows pointing to things. Will you quit doing that? Stop. Stop.
Trying to figure out what it does.
So there is a... I need you to stop that. So I have a crystal ball, a circular one. If I'm not mistaken, you have a jewel-shaped one, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so I should touch mine first. Or, huh. How do I touch that? Basically, I need to light mine up. Yours needs to be unlit. I light mine up, then you light yours up.
I don't have any that are lit up. I have 4 available to me.
Okay, well, the thing I did notice I can interact with are these, patterns of things. They appear to be floral patterns. One is directly next to a stork with 2 beaks with a snail shell. Do you have something like that, Captain?
Moment. Okay, so you say that again. You said there are floral patterns between pieces of art?
They seem to be... Well, one of them is next to one. Another... Okay, so there's 2 that I can see. One of them is next to... Okay, scratch that. 3 that I can see. 2 of them appear to be next to paintings. One of them... It could go both ways, but, let's see.
Here, I'll go ahead and describe my layout. So I'm in what seems to be a study of some kind. I walk into the room. Following the left wall, there is a stork, a crystal, stork with 2 beaks, a crystal, what looks like a camel with a lion's head on its chest, a snail shell, a floral pattern, a kangaroo-headed ostrich with white wings, and a goose head that is attached to the tail that is trying to bite the tail off. A camel-headed, lion-chested, and then goose trying to cut off the tail it is attached to. A portrait of Rasputin with Espion written on it. A snail-headed, kangaroo-headed, snail-helmeted ostrich with wings, with a goose trying to bite its own tail off, and another floral pattern.
Now your floral patterns, are you able to move them? Because mine are in 4 pieces and I can move around the tiles.
I'm not able to move them, but they're in different arrangements.
Okay, tell me what the center pieces look like. Start with, if there's one next to the 2-beaked stork with a snail shell, tell me that one.
Okay, what floral pattern do you have? Or, I guess... Okay, I'll go ahead and describe a floral pattern, and you tell me what art is around it.
Okay,
So, the floral pattern I have, on the bottom is a... So, let's start in the center. Okay, how to describe this? Okay. It looks like if the upper quadrants were rotated 2 times in either direction, it would create this fractalized pattern.
okay, instead of that, on what I have, in each of the center of the 4 quadrants, there is an identical floral symbol. If you could tell me what's in the center of each quadrant, that would help better.
Alright, center of each quadrant is a floral pattern with a ring of 9 blossoms, it looks like.
Okay, let me find that real quick. I think I found it.
For me, that is next to the snail-helmeted, kangaroo-headed ostrich with wings with the goose head that's cutting it off.
Okay, just tell me what's the flower that's in the center?
The blossom is composed of an inner center of 5 petals and an outer center with alternating colors. It looks like 10 little petals around the main blossom in the middle, and then 6 leaves around each of them, and then 9 extra little flowers around it. By the way, I can move the paintings.
Okay, you can move the paintings.
Yes, I can.
The animals or the flowers?
The animals.
Okay, if you would put the two-beaked snail-shelled stork next to the one we were just describing, I think that might do well. I also have what looks like a blank canvas. I have a feeling that will be important.
Alright, I put the painting you said by the one you said. We might need to do all of them before we get a reaction.
Okay, pick another painting.
Let's try and talk about another floral pattern that might be the best.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, this floral pattern on the center of each quadrant is it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 orange bits with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 8 different like what looks like just red shoots out of each cardinal direction: north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast.
All right, I found it. What kind of flower is in the center?
How about you describe yours? I'm not sure how to describe this one.
Okay, so in the corners, starting from, I guess in no particular order, I have what looks like 3 red petals with 6 green leaves in one corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red petals with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leaves. Okay, so what looks like on both ends a single red petal and 3 sets of petals that split off into 2 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves, and then in the final corner I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ovular shaped petals with with leaves that look like ferns.
So one thing about 2 of the paintings I have is 2 of the quadrants don't seem to match the rest of it.
Yeah, that's fine. This one looks like it's split into. It has different types, but if you can tell me the kind of leaves that go in each corner, that'd be fine.
Well, okay. In the very top left corner is the 5 red petaled and 10 leafed flower. Same with the very top right corner. In the very bottom right corner is the 2 red and 1 set of 1 orange, and on the outer rims are different oranges with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leaves, and on the bottom left
I need to
the
tell
same.
him. Okay. Instead of that, I think we're at the right painting. I need you to tell me what kind of flowers are in the center.
So there are 8 red offshoots. It's got a dark red center at northeast, southeast, all the cardinal directions, and the halfway in betweens for each of them. And then in between each of those are these orange tubular protrusions that come out.
No, I get that part. What I need is okay. So top right quadrant. Tell me what's in the lower right corner.
Top right quadrant, what's in the lower right corner?
Yes.
So that would be a leaf, or 3 red leaves. 2 of them are cut off. It's got a orange wavish pattern on it, and 6 green leaves coming off the side.
I got it. Second quad. Okay. Second quad. Okay. When I say first quadrant, are we talking math or going from upper left to lower right?
Let's go clockwise.
Okay.
1, bottom right is number 2, bottom left is number 3, top left is number 4.
Okay. In that case, upper right, is that the one you described with the 6 leaves, 3 red petals?
Yes. And that is at the bottom right of the quadrant. Bottom right of the upper right quadrant.
So the bit that... So I guess I'm trying to get the reference in the center. So if that's in the bottom right of the quadrant, the bottom left would be the one with the split petals.
Say it one more time.
So with that in the bottom right of that quadrant, the thing that's in the bottom left of this quadrant, it will be the flower with the split petals.
2 sets of 2 red, 1 set of orange.
Yep.
That is correct.
Okay. I guess to give you an idea of what I'm trying to do, I'm going off of what's in the center of the bigger picture thing. So if we're gonna move to the one to the bottom, tell me what you have in the upper left.
That is the fern-leafed pattern.
Okay, fern leaf pattern in the lower right quadrant. That's what's facing the center.
Okay, wait. So we're in the upper right quadrant, and we are looking at the lower right of that.
Okay, upper right quadrant we talked about. That has the split petals in facing the center of the whole picture, yeah?
Okay. Upper right quadrant. In the bottom left of that quadrant is the split petaled pointing towards the center.
Okay, that's what I've got. And the one directly below, in the quadrant that's still directly below that quadrant, i.e. bottom right, tell me what is in the upper left corner of that quadrant.
The overlapping petals without the orange design striking through the middle. It looks kind of like a fire pointing towards the center.
Okay, I got that. In the lower left quadrant, what is in the upper right?
Same petal design.
Is that the split petal or the fern or the overlapping?
The overlapping fire pointing towards the center.
And in the upper left quadrant, is it the split petals?
Yes.
Okay, I got that one set up. The closest painting I have is going to be the single-beaked stork with a snail shell. Either that or the kangaroo-headed ostrich with the biting tail.
Okay, both of those two are directly across from that one.
Alright, so now we have the last painting, which will be, the one we haven't touched. The one with, that's just encircled by a bunch of green leaves.
Yes.
Okay, so upper right quadrant, what's in the lower left corner?
It's the one with the bulbous end. It starts in red and then ends with a green top.
Got it. Quadrant below that.
Is the very primarily red sunburst symbol.
Got that. Lower left quadrant.
In the upper right of that is the same petal as before.
The sunburst petal.
Yes.
And does the upper left one have the bulbous end?
Yes.
Okay, got that set up. Painting next to that will be the... it's... okay. So the one I just mentioned earlier that goes across the previous painting we did, it's got a snail helmet on. Meaning, the kangaroo-headed stork with the biting tail that goes to next to the one we just did does not have a snail helmet.
And is that higher or lower than the other one besides the one we're currently working on?
What do you mean?
So I've got two options for what it could be next to. Camel-headed, lion-chested, snail-helmeted on the hip, or the ostrich-headed, or kangaroo-headed ostrich with wings and a snail helmet.
So okay, so across from the last one we did, that'll be the snail-helmeted, lion-chested, white-winged bird with the tail biting itself. That is going to be directly across from the last one we did.
1, 2, or 3?
Number 2. And the one that is next to number 3 will be that same creature without a snail helmet. Oh, that's weird. I have a cube I can put places.
How do you mean?
I just picked up a cube and a bunch of places around the room started glowing. I'm gonna try putting it places and see what happens.
Let's see. What are the objects you say you have?
So I now have what looks like a pin that appears to be in a box that has a stick on the side, and a cube that has squares on each side of it. Let's see, did you hear what I said?
You said you've got a cube and a pen.
A cube and a box. Let's just say that.
Alright, I've got a cube. I can't interact with it. It's on my upstairs, on a bench to the left of a desk.
Okay, bench on the left to a desk. So I have a desk, and I have a cabinet in my upstairs. Let me see what's downstairs if there's a bench. I also was able to pick up an hourglass. Okay, so... and a globe. Wow, I'm just picking up all kinds of things.
For a globe, there's a cabinet kind of stuff upstairs. There's a set of 2 and then a set of 3. In the set of 3, it's in the very bottom right of the tic-tac-toe board. That would be the one closest to the desk, in my opinion.
Alright, and that's a globe. And you said the pin, it goes in a bench to the left of the desk?
That's a cube that would go there.
Got it. Can you keep an eye out for an hourglass and, I think this is a pipe in a box.
Pipe in a box goes right next to the circular crystal.
Which side?
For me, it's on the right. It would be the side furthest away from the lowest stair of the staircase.
Gotcha. And the hourglass, have you seen anywhere where that might go?
What all areas can we check? You said a bunch of areas lit up for you?
Okay, so there should be a fireplace. I have a chair, a book, and either end of the mantle on the fireplace. Across from the fireplace there's a desk. I have the left and right side of that desk. I have either side of the glowing ball. Upstairs, there's a desk. I have the right space of the desk. And I have, in the set of 2 cabinets, the middle right cabinet.
If those are the last locations, you might be able to do it randomly.
Suppose I only have 1 piece left. I could just put it anywhere, I guess. I heard something move. Did you hear something move?
A box just opened up for me. At the top of the staircase, underneath one of the flower portraits.
I've got a book with an S on it.
As do I.
Well, this instruction book doesn't seem to do anything for me.
Now that we know that our locations match, at the top of the staircase, next to floral pattern number 1, there is the stork with 2 beaks and a snail hip.
Yeah, that's what I got there.
Next to the staircase is a portrait of Rasputin with Espion.
I do not have that. There's a blank portrait. Are you talking about it on the top floor?
Top floor right next to the bookshelves.
Yeah, no, I've got a blank portrait for me. On the opposite end of the room, however, there is a portrait of, let me see, Vader Godever, and it says Nepius on it.
Where's that at?
Next to the door that I entered through.
I do not have a blank portrait. So when you first enter in, is it the stork with the single beak and snail butt?
Okay, when I first enter the room, I am on the bottom floor. Following the left wall, I have a camel-headed with horns, lion-chested, snail booty being. Right after that, I have the snail-helmeted, kangaroo-headed, bird-bodied tail with biting itself. That is what is across from floral pattern number 2. Following the wall again, I have a book which has some instructions regarding the ball, but I don't think we're there yet. Immediately after that, and this is where I'm at the foot of the stairs, I have the kangaroo-headed with no snail helmet.
Can you go back? Start from the left.
From the beginning of the room.
Yes.
First painting I see, camel with horns, head, lion-chested, snail, booty. Next painting is snail helmet, kangaroo head, bird-bodied, tail biting itself. At the foot of the stairs, I have kangaroo head, no snail helmet, bird body, tail biting itself, which is then to that's immediate right is the floral pattern number 3. At the top of the stairs, blank portrait. To its right, I have camel with no horns, lion chest, tail biting itself. I have the bookcase as we mentioned. Then I have the 2-beaked stork with a snail booty, and floral pattern number 1.
Hello?
I didn't get that last part.
After full pattern number 3 is a blank portrait.
Floral pattern number 3 is a blank portrait, yes.
After that is camel head, lion chested, no snail, and goose biting its tail.
Yes, camel head, and this one does not have horns.
And at the end of the last one is the 2-beaked stork.
Yes, and that is directly next to floral pattern number 1. And the last painting is a single-beaked stork with a snail booty, and that is on top of the fireplace mantle. I think I heard something else open. Or was that just the wind?
I think something should have opened. Now I put that last one where you said.
Alright, I'll have a look around. Let me know if you find anything. Oh, this cuckoo clock. I think I may have heard that open.
It goes off every now and again. But it does have a book inside of it.
Oh, does it?
At the very bottom.
Were you able to get yours open?
No, mine didn't open for anything.
Okay, could our floral patterns not be correct?
Possibly. Let's go ahead and take another look at them.
Alright, number 1 at the top.
Is it perfectly symmetrical?
Yes, number 1 is, yeah, perfectly symmetrical. Hold on a second. I think that one was not. I may have made a mistake. Alright, can we move on to number 2?
That one is the one by the cuckoo clock?
Correct.
Alright, at the center of the the entire portrait itself. On the top is the split petaled leaves, and then on the bottom is the fire leaves pointing to the center with overlapping. It's the bigger of the two. Gotta eat.
Okay, did you hear something open?
Yes, the portrait we were just working on opened up and I got E.
And it looks like I also got E.
Looks like we need to collect all the books in the room.
There appear to be 2 more. What do you think the... Let's see. It looks as though my crystal ball... Okay. So when it's on, I think we may need to time this. Hold on.
Can you turn yours back on?
I'm not sure how. Okay, it looks... Okay, it's blinking a bit faster. What on earth?
What does that noise mean?
Let me tell you exactly what this book is telling me. It has a circle. It has my circle, and it's pointed to a jewel, and it has a picture of a hand touching it. An X is crossed over the hand. On the next page, it has my circle. This time it is purple. It then points to an arrow that has a finger touching the jewel, which then turns the jewel on, which then leads to a lock on the side disengaging. However, there's nothing I can really press on my circle.
So we got the floral patterns and the items in the room. Something makes me feel that the portraits aren't right.
Which portrait? What was that?
I moved a portrait, and at the top of the staircase, the blank portrait opened up.
Wow. Okay, so I got S, E, and N. That just leaves the book and the cuckoo clock.
Oh wait, I can interact with the candelabra in the center-ish of the room. It's the circle crystal.
Okay, so when so there's some that are lit and some that aren't lit.
I can light some.
Okay, when viewing it in such a way that your glowing ball or jewel is in the background.
Got it.
From left to right, 1 and 2 are lit. 1, 2 lit, 3, 4 not lit, 5 lit, 6 not lit, 7 lit. Got that.
Can you work with the clock?
Let's see. There's nothing I can really interact with. Is there a... Let's see. The cuckoo is of a gesture. Have you noticed that?
I just noticed.
Okay, I'll start coming around for things to interact with. Give me a moment.
What is the time on the clock?
Time on the clock. Hour hand appears to be at... geez, is that 10 o'clock? I think that's 10 o'clock. Minute hand is at 12 o'clock.
Can you check on the clock again?
Clock, okay. Like I said, hour hand, geez. Hour hand.
One of my crystals just lit up.
What do you mean one of them?
So I have got, I think, 4 crystals distributed throughout the room. One of them is in front of the fireplace on a stack of books. One of them is on a desk/bench at the bottom of the staircase. And the third one is on the desk at the top of the stairs.
Okay, so the only one I have is a circle that is at the bottom of the staircase.
Oh wait, I've got a 4th one. The hard crystal at the... each of these are the sharper edged crystals. And there's one on top of a cabinet-ish thing.
Yeah, no. Only one I have is... Oh, I heard something spark. Yeah, nothing happened.
Here, let me try my order again.
Okay, I heard a click. Alright, that one also clicked. Okay, that one appears to be right. Okay, is there anything I can, like, help out with that one? Because what are you doing?
I'm some of them repeatedly click or not. Is there anything that... Okay, look around your room, see if anything is lit up.
I've got some oh. Hold on, what did you just do?
I just lit up one crystal.
And where did you light that up?
That one was at the staircase, or at the fireplace.
Okay, fireplace. If that's lit up, doesn't appear like anything's lit up for me over here. Huh.
Alright, so on my end, it's got a circle crystal that points to the hard edge crystal and says, do not touch. But then it also has, once the crystal is lit up, touch one of the large crystals and it'll light up. And there seems to be some circular machine that has a edge that either extend out or light up.
Tell me again, sort of about the one from when it says do not touch.
All it has is when the crystal is lit up, do not touch it. Or when it is not lit up, do not touch. Is there any way you can make your crystal light up?
It seems to light up when I get close to it. Okay, tell me where some of the crystals are in your room.
Okay, wait. So the pins around yours, do they open?
Yeah, they... one of them was open, okay, that one's open. Alright, which one did you just press?
So the crystal furthest away from or across the room from the cuckoo clock.
Okay, that one also worked. Okay, where's the next one?
I'll try it again.
Okay, hold on. Okay, where's the next one you said?
It was by the fireplace.
Okay, is there anything that happens when I stand near it?
Not on my end.
Okay, okay, which one are you standing near right now?
across from the cuckoo clock.
Go to the one at the fireplace.
All right.
Okay, and go to one that isn't one of those two.
Okay, wait. So you said go by the fireplace.
So, my theory, this seems to light up when you're at, my crystal ball seems to light up at various speeds when you're at a certain crystal. Okay, so that one's, it's lighting up pretty fast. Try pressing that again. Okay, it's lighting up slow. Go to a different one. It's not lit up. Go to a different one.
All right, I'm by the next one.
Okay, so this one's not lit up. Go to a different one.
I'm by the next one.
It's not lighting up. Go to a different one.
That's all 4 in my room.
Okay, just go to the next one in line that you haven't already touched.
Nearby it.
Alright, next one.
I guess. Let's see. I've got
Touch it, touch it, touch it,
pins on it.
touch it. Okay, I think this theory has some weight to it. Alright. Go to another one that you haven't go to one you haven't touched.
Bennett, are you okay?
I swallowed some spit. Yeah, go to another crystal you haven't touched. Touch it. Okay, you should have 2 left. Touch that one. 1 more.
All that's left now is the one in the cuckoo clock, and we'll be able to spell out Espion, which is the word written on the portrait.
I have Nepius on mine. Alright. Alright, well, anything you can interact with?
Yes, there are little rings on the right side of the clock.
Oh hey, I have those too.
I'm not able to interact with them. The first one is 4, next one is 5 or 6, and the bottom one has nothing.
Alright, so top one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Should be right at the very top.
Next one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places.
They should go from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
What do you mean? Okay. To give you a picture of what I've got, top one, it has 4 places that it can go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notches, and the bottom one has 1, 2, 3.
All right. The top one, put the notches at 10, 11, 12, and 1.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so that must not be it.
Alright, to give you a better picture of, I guess, what I'm dealing with, there's like, I don't know, I guess starting at like, I don't know, 11 o'clock for the top one. Or is that 10 o'clock? I don't know. There's 4 notches on the top one, 6 on the bottom, 3, or 6 in the middle, 3 on the bottom, and then there's a button I can push.
Align them all to 12 o'clock. That seems the most worn out.
No luck there. Wait a minute.
Maybe set them all to 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock?
Huh. Okay, it seems like the higher notches I've got, the faster time it ticks and the faster that the cuckoo comes out.
What do you mean?
Okay, so bottom rung seems to affect the pitch of the cuckoo. Top seems like it affects the speed of the clock itself. That's weird. Okay, I take that back. Middle seems to affect the speed of the clock tick itself.
So it seems that the adjuster chimes twice.
Yeah?
I mean, the pendulum goes the same. It clicks twice a second, approximately. Or, I guess once a second, really.
Okay, once a second. What's the pitch of the cuckoo?
I couldn't tell you. 230 hertz.
Okay, is it low? Does it sound normal or does it sound high?
That was just a joke. I couldn't tell you.
Alright, does it sound like or does it sound like or does it sound like
It's higher than all those.
Okay, try and recreate it and when next you hear it.
I'm gonna try and count the difference between the beat frequency and then the cuckoo.
Okay, let's start with the things we can, I guess, at least work on now. How fast is your clock ticking? Give me like a dut dut dut.
Dut, 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 dut.
Okay, got that. And does it sound like a click or like a knock?
More a click than a knock.
And is it a sharp? Does it sound like a clock with gears or like a... I don't know, how would you describe it?
It sounds kind of like a stick beating.
Like a drummer in a hair metal band before the song starts? Alright, now all that's left is the cuckoo. Okay, does it sound like a train whistle? Does it sound like a bird?
I'll go ahead and give a try at trying its sound.
Okay, that was very helpful, actually. Now I just need to wait for it to come out so I can hear what it sounds like. Ah. Ah.
Well, that's the failure sounds.
Did the sound of your clock change?
No, mine stayed the same.
Alright, we got it.
Now what?
Well, we got the books. Do you know? Oh, there's a... Okay, so next to the fireplace, there's a place we can put them.
Which direction of the fireplace?
To its left, at least on mine. You say yours has, Espion on it? Let me put that on mine. And you try Nepius.
Okay. Alright, so we got the achievement sound for that.
Well, Captain, this room certainly looks sinister, and I know we just took a break, but I'm gonna have to regather my wits before we enter this room.
Whatever room you're in, I don't seem to be able to enter.
It looks like this is the furnace that man wants to put the soulstone in. Shall I confront him, or should I take a moment to gather my thoughts?
Let's go ahead and talk this through. Let's decide what to do beforehand. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the YouTube stuff. Thank you all so much for watching. Wander, anything for your end?
Yeah, feel free to check out my boy, feel to check out your boy. Take a look at some of the other stuff we're playing. Really interesting
Wander?
stuff. I'm such a doofus, I didn't have my... I didn't have the walkie on. To reiterate, yeah, feel free to check out my boy, feel free to check out your boy. We got some interesting stuff going on. Roman's playing I Saw Black Clouds. Really interesting game. Feel free to check it out.
Oh man, by the time this comes out, I think it's going to be well and truly over. We're recording this pretty well ahead of time, you gotta remember.
Cripes, you're right.
Well, if you want to see I Saw Black Clouds, go on to my end. If you want to see Vampire the Masquerade, I think you'll still be doing that in a couple weeks, right?
Time of recording, I feel like I'm approaching the end. By the time this comes out, it may be close to ending the series. We'll see.
Well, I guess for people on both of our ends, go ahead and check out both of what we mentioned. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night.
And as always, we appreciate you all. Take care.